Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T here with Danny Castillo, talking about Shemar Moore and Shemar Bailey. And you're fighting Shemar Bailey. Shemar Moore, star of all the black romantic comedies. Are you down with those?
Yeah, definitely. I like A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is one of my favorites. I don't know if you want to get hood on it. I like Baby Boy as well. It's up, man.
That's
Shemar
great.
Bailey, Shemar Moore.
Well, let's talk about fighting Shemar Bailey. How do you see this fight going? What do you think your strengths are against him?
I think I have definitely the better stand-up. I'm a better wrestler. The experience against fighting other wrestlers, I don't think he's fought too many wrestlers of my caliber. And I think all around, I'm better in all aspects of MMA. I think he has a little bit, his shoulders are a little bit bigger and his back may be bigger, but I definitely think that my speed and strength is going to be able to deal with that.
I was watching you work out with Uriah, and yes, your wrestling looks very good. If you could give a little background to folks who don't know, how long have you been wrestling, and what's your, why is it your strength?
I've been wrestling for about 17 years now. I wrestled at the NAIA level. I was a two-time All-American. My senior year, I was national runner-up. Wrestling's my life. It pretty much saved my life. I was a troubled kid. At the fork of the road, I was either going to go to jail or I was going to, go to college like I did. And I was fortunate enough to have wrestling to save my life. So I think my wrestling's way better than his. He wrestled D3 and didn't place at the national tournament. And if he decides to wrestle with me or go to the ground, I'm going to expose his wrestling to the whole world.
Certainly, you're aware of the, I don't want to say backlash, because I think that's a little bit too strong, but the debate about whether wrestling is taking over too much in MMA, how do you see it?
In terms of people laying on each other.
Right, and people complaining that there's too much laying and praying and we want to see more punches. And how do you internalize that, or do you resent that statement?
I don't necessarily resent that statement, and for the people who don't fight in MMA, I think, they really don't have an opinion, and their opinion doesn't really matter to me. I go out there to get 2 checks, not 1. So if I'm going to take someone down and lay on top of them, then that's what I'm going to do to win the fight. But unfortunately, I'm not like that. I like to have exciting fights. Win, lose, or draw. I want my fights to be exciting. I want the fans out there and all my supporters to know me as an exciting fighter. So if I take you down, I'm definitely going to be trying to punch your head off.
That's very good. And you're on The Ultimate Fighter, right?
No, Shemar Moore.
Shemar was Shemar, right? I was gonna.
Shemar Bailey was
Shemar Moore's
co-star.
Right.
On The Ultimate Fighter.
Right. Because I just wonder for him, if the pressure of that show, people get so many expectations from people that are on those shows, and like, oh, you got to be this now, you got to be that, and I just wonder, how that show is for people. You guys train with TJ, yep, and he's on the show. So how does that play into you guys at camp, and what's it like for him to be at home and working with you guys?
I think it's different cases for everyone. I don't really want to rag the show. I tried out for the show, and I went out to the tryouts. I did my medicals. I thought I was on the show. I had a party for all my friends to say goodbye, and then they call me the day before I'm supposed to leave and say, yeah, you didn't make it. We decided to go a different direction. So that was tough. Like I said, everyone, I think they fill up the cast with 4 really talented fighters, and the rest are just personalities. No offense. I think Shemar Bailey in that season was one of the 4 that were really tough. But I also think that the reason why he's in the UFC is because he was on the show. And the reason why I'm in the UFC is because I've been fighting my ass off for the last 4 years in the WEC, and my hard work has paid off, and I'm here on the main stage, and I don't plan on going anywhere.
Very nice. How do you think Uriah is going to do against Brian? That's a tough fight.
I think he's going to do awesome. Brian actually came and trained with all of us, and I'm friends with his corners, Jeff Bedard, all those guys, and I just think Uriah has the edge in every aspect of MMA. He's faster, he's stronger, more experience in big fights. I just don't see what Brian Bowles is going to do to beat Uriah. He does have knockout power in his hands, but Uriah's very elusive. So you didn't expect me to think Brian Bowles is going to win, but Uriah's definitely going to win, and he's going to make another run at the title. Uriah's he's game time. He's a game time fighter. He has a horrible camp, good camp, it doesn't matter. He shows up Saturday night underneath those lights, and he wins the fight. Nice,
very nice. And do you give out those last call headbands as goodie gifts for us, goodie bag?
Not yet. They're not in mass production, but it's in the works.
It's pretty sharp.
Thank you.
Good luck to you on Saturday night.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sweaty. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.